CBS 6 News starts now.
Israel lost 1,000 civilians, over 1,000 civilians on Saturday. In America, that would be 40,000 civilians.
If you look at this in proportion to the size of Israel's population, this is the equivalent of 10 9/11s.
Hamas is at fault here. The blame goes squarely at the feet of Hamas.
The message has to go out. People need to understand the level of hatred.
Powerful words, shocking statistics, and immense loss, putting the war in Israel into perspective tonight.
It's a conflict you may have trouble understanding. It's been brewing for decades and likely to continue for many more. Israel says attacks by Hamas terrorists have killed more than 1,200 people.
We've seen protests, vigils, and intense reaction to the disturbing images and reports. It's a situation that's hitting so close to home for many in America and in the capital region. First tonight at 5, CBS 6's Ashley Kusakonki speaks with a Clifton Park business owner, a father and grandfather visiting his son in Israel as war broke out. And the White House is arranging charter flights for other Americans looking to leave Israel, which begin tomorrow. The conflict in the Middle East leading to serious debates, angry social media posts, and controversy as some in the U.S. are speaking out against Israel.
Yeah, support for Palestine has come at varying levels, with the most extreme opinions including support for the terror group Hamas itself. Governor Hochul offering strong words on that matter today.
I call on law-abiding Palestinians to reject Hamas. They should not necessarily be confused. Hamas is a terrorist organization. They should not define the people the Palestinians who reject the violence, especially the horrific attacks that were perpetrated on the Jewish state last Saturday. The blame goes squarely at the feet of Hamas, which indiscriminately slaughtered young people at a festival, took hostages, killed children in front of their parents, then killed the parents. I mean, it is so bloodthirsty and so abhorrent. The words cannot describe what innocent people had to endure just 6 days ago. There must be consequences to that, or else there will be no end to the violence and the destruction. Israel has a right to defend itself.
Governor Hochul today also reacting to reports of Hamas calling for a global day of action tomorrow, saying state police and local police across the state are sharing intel and communicating, and the governor says the state is prepared to offer any assistance.
That concerning threat coming from a former head of Hamas calling for protests in the streets around the world. As missiles rain down in Gaza, we're also hearing more calls for others to join the fight. As we learn new details about how we got to this point, Christine Frizzell has the latest. It's hard for many of us to see the graphic and disturbing images coming out of Israel and Gaza, but the pictures and videos are all across television and social media, meaning children and teens may be seeing them as well. Parents may be struggling with how to talk to their children about what they're seeing and hearing. So what do parents say to their children, and how do they start the conversation? Here are some options. Have you heard anyone talking about this? What are you hearing? How do you feel? Or there's been a lot of news about this, and this one goes for everyone, not just kids. Take a break from round-the-clock coverage, turn off electronic devices, and do something that you enjoy.
I look forward to hearing that. Thank you so much, Tom. Ahead here at 5 o'clock, celebrating women.
We'll show you how one local event was all about those who help make their communities better. Celebrating women that help make our community better. That was the goal of a women's empowerment event held in Schenectady today. The Foundation for Ellis Medicine's 30th annual Women's Day Out event was held at the Rivers Casino and Resort, with all funds raised going to support the Bellevue Women's Center. There was a silent auction, food, a flower arranging station, and a women's health panel moderated by our very own Lara Bryn. Our own Liz Bishop also emceed the event, as CBS 6 is a proud sponsor. Ann Sale, the former CEO of Bellevue, was awarded the Jane Golub Leadership in Women's Health Award. The event also touched on the importance of accessible health care and regular health screenings. Many in attendance say events like this are critical in uplifting women and providing them with support.
This cause is very important to me because my mother had breast cancer, and I have 3 sisters, and we're all acutely aware of it can happen to anyone. And we're all about making sure we spend that 30 minutes a year taking care of ourselves and getting our own exam.
Other topics discussed at the event included work-life balance, mental health, and showing yourself grace. Myself and several other women, part of the CBS 6 team, were proud to take part. For more information or ways to get involved, visit ellismedicinefoundation.org. It was a really great event.
It looks like it was a great turnout, that's for sure. And I know that it's
was.
really a good event every single year. People love it. Yep.
Meantime, October marks Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and this year we're featuring some incredible breast cancer survivors.
CBS 6's Lara Bryn shares one woman's amazing story of recovery with a surprising message about her diagnosis.
This year marks
and dry weather.
Steve, thanks. Coming up in sports, a big offseason change being made today for the Tri-City Valley Cats.
That's for sure. What you need to know about who will lead the team in 2024. Also, it's time to talk about our high school football game of the week. It's a Class A clash between
CBS 6 News starts now.
First at 5:30, your top stories and weather headlines. Here's what you need to know.
Israel says attacks by Hamas terrorists have killed more than 1,200 people now since Saturday, including at least 27 Americans. The number of deaths in Gaza from Israel's counterattacks is around the same.
Governor Hochul today reacting to reports of Hamas calling for a global day of action tomorrow, saying state police and local police across the state are sharing intel and communicating. The governor says the state is prepared to offer any assistance.
The Schenectady Police Department is down 15 officers, and that's contributing to a proposed police overtime budget of more than $3 million for the upcoming year. Police overtime has historically gone over budget. We do have in-depth coverage on all these stories online. Just head to CBS6Albany.com.
Steve, thanks. Get your weather updates anytime with the CBS 6 Weather Authority app. Find that in your app store by searching WRGB. A new lead in the search for a missing East Greenbush teen. And this is a photo of 34-year-old Gabriel Vargas. Police say he's the person who was last seen with 17-year-old Shantae Ballo. She was last seen Sunday morning leaving the area of Robert Lane and Red Mill Road in East Greenbush. Police believe she may have gotten in a car and could have gone to New York City. If you know where she is, contact East Greenbush Police at the number on your screen. House Republicans pick for Speaker Steve Scalise meeting with party members today in a bid to firm up the support he'll need to get elected on the House floor. He narrowly defeated Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan during a secret ballot vote Wednesday. Republicans are trying to work out their issues behind closed doors before a public vote. They're hoping to avoid the 15 rounds it took for former Speaker McCarthy to get elected in January.
We get everybody in a room together, not individual meetings. I'm not cutting any deals. I want to meet in front of all of our members, answer every question, and just continue to work through to unite and bring our conference together.
But time is not on their side. Foreign Affairs Committee Chair Michael McCaul calls the GOP infighting a dangerous game. The White House says the sooner there's a new speaker in place, the sooner they can jump on an aid package for Israel. New consumer inflation data coming in slightly hotter than expected. Shelter costs were the biggest driver of price increases in September, according to the Labor Department. On Wednesday, the Social Security Administration announced how much payments will go up in 2024 to help recipients keep up with inflation. National correspondent Atra El-Nashar has more.
More than $50 billion in opioid settlement money from the pharmaceutical industry is beginning to flow to states and local governments nationwide to help fight the opioid crisis.
With so much at stake, Spotlight on America taking a deeper look at plans to spend the money. As Angie Moreski explains, there are growing concerns over a lack of transparency.
When you have this.
The hot and humid days are behind us, but weather-related hair difficulties aren't going away.
This is a pretty important story, why that is and what you can do to manage. Also, the internet dominated by influencers and selfies, some Capital Region entrepreneurs turning that into a business model.
And Taylor Swift taking her record-breaking concert tour to the big screen, how she's making it worth the wait for fans.
The summer season of hot days chock full of humidity may be behind us, but that does not mean those bad hair days that come with it are actually gone.
Tonight, CBS 6 meteorologist Craig Adams getting to the root of the problem about how hair and humidity just don't like each other any time of the year.
That's one of the top.
Sounds good. Thank you, Steve. Coming up all new at 6 tonight here on CBS 6. A crisis in the classroom at a time that Israel is the focus of attention.
Yeah, video of an Israeli flag thrown into a toilet by a Capital Region student goes viral. We have the school district's response.
Also, a dose of reality report showing how some in the Capital Region are getting support for their fight against substance abuse disorders. In the age of social media influencers and content creators, a new destination in Crossgates Mall encourages the art of the selfie.
Digital content producer Jana DiCamilla tried out the new Picture This Selfie studio and spoke with the owners about opening up a new venture in today's economy. The new experience is open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Thursday and until 9 p.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. If you go, share your photos with us on our website on the Chime In page.
We've got our good selfie background right here. So, oh, look at that.
right.
Taylor Swift's behind us right now.
There we go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this year has really been all about Taylor Swift with her massive Eras tour, taking over stadiums and the pop star herself taking over headlines.
Yeah, Swifties are out in full force for the world premiere of Taylor Swift's concert film. It will soon invade theaters from 100 countries.
You know, a lot of huge crowds gathering
Yeah.
for this one.
Maybe I'll wait. All right. Still to come tonight, Schenectady Police could get a boost to their overtime budget.
Past numbers have us asking, will the bigger budget be enough? We investigate and look at how the city is working hard to reinforce community partnerships and help so many people with critical needs.